I want to ask you about Jaheim and what you've seen from him over the last 2 weeks. We saw a lot of him on Saturday. What's he done to put himself in this spot?
Just constantly being a guy that's going to produce for you on special teams and showing his dependability there. Right, we're leading the Big Ten in punt return yardage. But if you watch the clips that it takes for these punt returns to happen, you'll see Jakeem trying to take guys over to the water coolers, right? And so when you see that and you know he's just giving Hank an opportunity to catch it and get some space, get some yardage going. That is really a job that's hard to do, right? But it's also something that you got to be loyal enough to your teammate to keep him protected while he's also trying to catch a ball that you sometimes can't see. So I love the way he goes about his business, the toughness that he brings to the table doing it. But then again, you turn around and you see a guy that can do that can also cover guys for us too. So he's earned his stripes by way of what he's been able to do on special teams, and now you actually see him going out on defense and doing the same thing.
Obviously, injuries against Minnesota opened the door for maybe more defensive snaps for
Yes.
him, but what did he show you in those snaps that, beyond special teams, gave you the confidence he could go out there and be a 40-snap guy or whatever he was against?
Well, shoot, during the Oregon game, you can take a peek at, a play breaks away from us, and you see Juice run across the field and tackle a guy, right? Well, after that play, so we get the ball back. After that play, his mouth is cut wide open, his blood all over the place. I'm like, Juice, probably gonna have to get stitched up. He looked at me in my eyes and said, "I'm good, coach, I'm ready." Any guy that's that determined but cares that he's putting the team first, because he knew everybody else had went down and he was a guy we were dependent on. He stepped up in that moment. So anytime you see a guy that's doing those types of things and what he's doing on special teams, once again, that's a Coach Bielema deal. He puts the team first. And so you got to give a guy that type of opportunity, and you got to just keep coaching up those guys, because they're gonna invest so much more in the program by what they're doing, in the long run. So love that kid and what he's about.
How do you like how that rotation at corner is shaking out through 10 weeks? Knock on wood, still pretty available?
Still pretty available. We've got guys available, and guys are confident in their abilities and techniques, and we're able to keep guys fresh, right? And that's what it's all about. Deep down the field, later on in games, we're stronger and faster, right? So we get stronger as the game goes on, because one guy hasn't had to play, 70 snaps. You can spread them out and let guys go out there and really help the team and help the defense. And ultimately, those guys are looking at this like, I'm putting the team first. It's not about me. It's not about I. It's about us. And when you see that, you got to pat your chest a little bit and with a little bit of pride, because now in this day and age, you got so much selfishness going on that finding kids that really want to be a part of the team and do things for the team is a lot harder than you think.
I know Mac spends a lot of time with Aaron, but what did you see from him in that first half plus a third quarter drive on Saturday? It's still part of your secondary back there.
I mean, Mac handled things the same way he handles life every day. When I walk in here at about 6:03, 6:04, that dude is at the same table every single morning by himself eating his breakfast, right? Getting his mind right, getting his body right, prepared for, he lives his routine. Another big Coach Bielema piece. He lives his routine. So when you see him at practice, he's practicing the same way that he's going out on the field and playing. He's a sure tackler that made sure tackles out in space versus Aiden Giles. It's a pretty athletic dude, right? And it's in the low red zone too, so that's even harder to do. So you see that and you just know, this kid has been living his routine. He's doing things the right way, and he's a guy that obviously we found a way, he went out on the field and we can depend on him.
Juice played in that dime, speedy, third down, whatever.
Yes.
Juice did and Tyson Brooks. Why are those two guys the right fit for that high-speed package there?
Big, long, and fast. And it doesn't matter if you're a big Y type of tight end that can run. Doesn't matter. They're strong enough with what Coach Tank does with them, but they're also long enough where there's not a height advantage where they can affect us on the inside. The other piece of it, if you're short and quick, well, they're fast enough to run with you. So they're that perfect hybrid type of body type that you like. Long, lean, and fast, and can run, but also confident in their techniques.
What do you like about how you guys put that against, say, maybe not ideal sizes at every single position, but it kind of works on third? Can you walk me through how you saw that come together during the open week?
I think it just comes down to, Coach Ahen does a good job of cooking up ideas, and we're here to support him the whole time. And he knows, this guy can do this very, very well. This guy can do this very, very well. And then you see the complementary defense working out together, where now the coverage is great and the D-line is working out great, and then KO gets a sack. And so you see that and you put it all together and you say, this is how it really works itself out. This is true complementary football because everybody's, where's Gabe? They're setting the Gabe, they're setting this guy. And then boom, here comes another spirited soldier, a dude that you can depend on that's trying to make a play that did it last year. He did this last year. And now he's healthy and still been able to help us do it. So you see these pieces and these schemes that coach is able to cook up. It's really all about the player. He's doing things that fits the players. And so you see their skill sets, and they're making plays, and I love it. I love seeing all of these different guys playing.
This is the first year of the expanded Big Ten.